Welcome, end of the year list, 2018. It was a hard year. It was a good year, but it was hard to compile a list, so I did something different this year than last year. Not completely, but you'll see. On the record player is the first Chelsea Wolf. It will mellow out in a few seconds, I promise. The records I got to know her by, so always stays the favorite. Cheers. It's already New Year. It is still 2018 now, but when you see this, it's the New Year. So yeah. Let's go. I made two lists because the way I do this usually is I check what I have in my collection for this year, and then I compare that to the digital listens. So what I listen to most digitally and on record, and then compile the top 30. I also listened to a lot of stuff digitally this year, so I didn't get everything. So there is a top 30 not on record, just a not honorable mentions. Those will come later. So I'm going to run through these and honorable mentions to give the top 30 its due. Actually, this will also be in the description link, so you can check it out. These are roughly 30. It's 30, 30, 30, but let's go through them real quick. So Uniform in the Body with Mental Wounds Not Healing. Sheer Mag, Need to Feel Your Love, that has been on a lot since I have two ladies upstairs that don't enjoy too much screaming. Dry Insides, Deformity, Dobar Chu with Go Deo Akful Oi, of All, I'm not sure. Warden met Krachtenmagie, Black Magic, SS, Spectral Ecstasy. Tim Hecker with Konoyo, Against All Logic, the Nicolas Jaar side project, or whatever you want to call it. 2012-2017, then the new Scarf Untitled, Bokkenrijders with Captus, Infidelis, Dendexter, Stitch by Stitch series, a tape series they did that was out on Boomcat or distributed by Boomcat. Angèle with Roll, a record that just keeps spinning through my head because that's on the radio a lot. The Hearst Collective, Friends, Lovers, Favorites, Various, Before Man Was War, Waited for Him. On well, not Lampshade, Slave Chandelier, the compilation tape. Drug Charge with Cheer, I listen to a lot lately. Slave House, Taste and Pain, Shesmu, Breaching the Tomb, Daughters, You Won't Get What You Want. I missed that vinyl for some reason, but whatever. Anna von Housewolf, Dead Magic, Varg, the Nordic Flora series 4 and 5, but actually everything. One he did with Croatian Armor, all of it is excellent. Necropole with Solidarité. It's coming in, but it's not here, so I can't talk about it as to be on vinyl. Ikulo with the Ikulo EP, their first 7-inch. Mind Force, Excalibur, same as the Necropole. Fiddlehead, Springtime and Blind, really good record that I enjoy. That is not my style, but really good record. The Warthog EP, Shit, What You Stand For, maybe the hardest or best punk record in my opinion. Idols, Joy as an Act of Resistance is maybe the most commercial, except for Angèle. But yeah. I saw their gig on Jules Holland and cool record. Pusha T with Daytona, one of the only hip hop records on this list. Kommodus from the Ashes of Empire, this third demo, but it's quite good. And then the record that I listen to the most digitally is Hank Wood and the Hammerheads with Self-Titled, and I actually just bought that because of this. So yeah, those were the top 30 nuts on vinyl. Wow. Let's hope the other one, it's not bad, but I have to do this quick because I only have that half hour, you know. Then the runner-ups are another 31 because I had to include one more. These are things that I have on vinyl that are worthy of top 30 material but just fell out, and these are all beautiful. Dead Scepter with Black Trance, Black Majesty and the Temple of the Etherean Current with Aft World Portal. The Body, I have fought against it, but I can't any longer. Yeah, I listen to that a lot, but yeah, ever since Program. Evil Feast, Elegies of a Stellar Wind, Soft Kill with Savior, Witch Moon, Spectral Wounds, Solar Temple with Fertile Descent, the tape that just came in. And these are all in video, so if you want to learn more about these or hear more, just go. Now, Z, I think, still can't pronounce it, with An Orchestration in Shadows, the tape on Spectral Moon. Zwarte Dood van Kain Saad, maybe the best Belgian black metal demo that came out. The second is coming in, should have been on here too, but I don't have it. So,
Punal with Hoy des Nosotros, Spanish punk tape that I showed recently. Mormo with Holocausto Manicomial, a cool tape that is kind of the start of the whole the new French Black Legion, which is coming out on a lot of labels. I think Le Fleur du Mal is going to be the premier label. Discaterion Demo 2018 Belgian black metal. Not much is known. There are guys from, I think, Possession in there. I think Possession. Runespell, Order of Vengeance. Perfect. Fucked Up, Those Your Dreams. Vane, Error Zone. Those are two punk and hardcore records that I really enjoyed. Vane is actually more in the venue of new metal, but yeah. Entsetzlich with Tormentus Lamentations on Skuld and also on Hatework. Really, really cool black metal record that I didn't win me over in first, but right now, yeah, cool record. Then Regional Justice Center, which is somewhere here. These are all runner-ups, so I thought, why not show them. Self-Defense Family, Have You Considered Punk Music? Really cool, deep and painful records. Punkfell with Mitten, Maden, Pestilence. I'm going to have to drink. Cheers. Wow, that's a lot of talking. I'm sorry guys. If you are not interested in this, I will give you a break that you can just go to the top 30 because this is painful. So yeah, the various US black metal compilation from Le Fleur du Mal was really cool, and not just the Leviathan tracks, everything was very good. Blood Orange with Negro Swan should be there. Very good records. What else? Various black metal Revivalism Part 1 on Go to Warx, really cool compilation with, yeah, all top bands, all top tracks, so check that out. Then Paranoid, Heavy Mental Fuck Up. That was one of the records that came in too late to be fully appreciated, but it's definitely on the list. Kamasi Washington, Heaven and Earth. That one, nice cover. Watain, Trident Wolf Eclipse. Just came out too early this year. I listened to it a bunch and then not anymore. Same for Candelabrum Portals. Really good record, but I don't have an affinity with it this year. Quadrus, De Duivel en zijn gore oude kankermoer. This one. Excellent. I still think it's a Urfaust side project, but still not sure. Fixation, What You See in Me from the Carved Cross Camp Overuse Records. That one. Foyer's Blood is a tape, Perverse Homage, black metal. Just the best out of that, together with Vanator this year. So yeah, and then One Old Tricks Point Never with H Off. That were the runner-ups, so the top 60, I guess, to 30 on vinyl that I have. H Off. Still haven't seen them live, One Old Tricks, so it would be cool. There. Top 30 2018. These are records I'm going to show. So this will be the break for the top 30. Hi, this is my top 30 for this year. Let's get into it. So let's start with the tapes. These are not in particular order, but they kind of, the later they come on the list, the better I think I enjoyed them. Blitzkrieg Baby with War Gods. Talked about it not too long ago. Really cool cover to start with on Bilaten. Yeah, 80s dead rock, post rock beats, really good. A bit of synth. So yeah. Kommodus already came up. This is his second demo, 1000 Years of the Wolf. Really enjoyed this one, just like the first one. Excellent. Really good quality on Go to Warx, and I can't wait for this to drop on vinyl and the new one. Fles, Frenzied Bloodlust Underneath a Black Moon. Xultis had his year this year, so yeah. Fles, all the things I can pronounce, he is just awesome. From the Malum Arcana label, so self-released by him. I still remember when you shot pumpkins, man, so never forget that. Aspergillium, demo 5, I think, on Slave Chandelier, one of the better howling, cavernous black metal projects to come out. And on a cool label that I'm starting to get into more and more. Then Ravenzang, Terugkeer der Tyrannie, Rehearsal 2 on Zwartkunst, Smederij Nat Zwart. Yeah, this was very cool. This is a precursor to a full length that is coming out on New Era. Maybe consisting of these tracks and a bit more. Then, let's do this one first. Körpsand compilation on Fellowfield. There could have been more of those records in here, but yeah, this just says it all. This dropped on the first Youth Attack, and yeah, it has Blood and Bolt. It has a lot of shit. An introduction to the new wave of raw DKBM, so Denmark black metal. Check it out. Links provided. You know. Track of the year, metal-wise, is Maanschaduwen from Staar. Talked about it recently, also on Zwartkunst Smederij, black spectral metal. Looking for the two first ones, so if you can hit me up. Human Headstone, Drop of Blood, tape of the year for me. Yeah, I talked about it, or I think last video, last tape today, so everything about it is great. My dinner is coming up. One more drink, records, and we're done. So there's no 25, but you know, the Human Headstone was a fun tape for this year. As Alyssa said, Past Times of Eternal Downfall, the new EP by this Zwartkunst band or project, Dead Worship, black, great, look at the picture, you know what you get. One down, then the second one is Kira, K-I-I-R-A. This was out on Final Agony, Astral Temple and Sid of Death Productions. Tulfun no Talvino, I think. Really something else. This is a black metal in a league of its own. I have the first one. I think it was in the last year's top 20. So yeah, unbelievable. Knipa Hallan met Vanalossa Urskepnader. Another sort of doubt is I had to pick one that I couldn't pronounce. Yeah, another one out of that stable that just keeps wowing me. I've stepped into the Baquette Nexemu pool, so yeah. I'm about to drown in ancient records. Constellatory Practice. Is that the name? The Constellatory Practice, I'm sorry, from Urfaust on Van Records. This is the lavish edition of that record. Just more Urfaust. It is a great record, but just the way it looks, this should be number one. This is just Van Records at its best. With the metal disc. Then Morketida with Panhage Mysticism. Werewolf Productions had to include one of theirs. There are a few more, but this one is a really good one. Very slow in pace, very meditative, very trance-inducing. Black metal on that label. Slow, but yeah, very cool. And then what do we have? We have Battle Ruins with Glorious Dead. A Oi record, for crying out loud. Just discovered them, I think earlier this year, went nuts for them, and this is a very cool record by them. Second full length, I think, had a few EPs. These are near impossible to find, I think. This is just this is the blue version, which is the less limited than the black, so weird, but very, very good. Oi, punk, whatever you want to call it. Hope to see them live. Old Tower, Stellary Wisdom, I think that part of the Netherlands and that part of black metal and Dungeons and whatever you want to call it is, yeah, they had a year, man. Every band from that stable, in my opinion, just stepped it up a notch, and I'm going to see Val in a few weeks, I think 2 weeks or something, so really excited. Ebony Tower from Mare. LPs are falling around my ears. This had to be included. This together with the Lamia Vox EP, that were the ambient tracks of this one. Just top notch. It is too much still for me to digest everything at once, because I've been waiting for a really long time on Mare, but we're getting there, and it's a beast. Then Netherstorm, the cheat I am doing for this year. God fucking. This is the cheat I'm doing for this year. This actually came out 2017, but I had to include it in 2018 because who knew? A few, but not me. So this is a 2018 record from me. Comes with the Glory of Eternal Nights EP. That is, like previous, this is a very good addition to the records. Don't fall, because I'll kill you. Xenotop with Horizons. They have the new split on Final Agony. Sorry. I don't know who, Circle of Ouroboros, I'm not sure. Yeah, this blew me away. I got this from Behoove Doom, still haven't forgot. She just sold it to me out of the kindness of her heart. It was long, long gone. But this has become a favorite of mine. for this year, and I'm looking forward to new material. Lamp here, of course, had to include something, and I have to see the Alchemy of Cursed Blood, of course. His, let's say, his first full length. Maybe his best, or I don't know, man. It's the most listened to by me. New 7 inches, also good, but this is, yeah, this is already aged that in a way that the 7-inch has it. Sade, homage by Paragon and Pure. Then, Nothing Dance on the Blacktop. This was my cover of the year for the December Vinyl Challenge. Martin Coy doing art for Nothing. It's not instant like the two others, but I think this is a sharper record, maybe. So let's get into it some more. Then we're getting to the end of these. Candy with Good Feel, yeah, probably hardcore record of the year. This is in a league of its own for me. There are a lot of bands, new hardcore, a lot of American hardcore bands, but these guys are doing something on their own. And the Candy Says EP should have been in here because same deal. Then a record that is weird for me to put in this list maybe, but this is Turnstile with Time and Space, and this is quite high up there. They were a straight edge-ish hardcore band, a lot of bounce into it. The only thing that was left is they still kept the bounce, as you can see by the cover. This is a great fucking record. I don't know. People laugh when I talk about this band, but yeah, man, it's really cool. It reminds me of Smashing Pumpkins' Melancholy and Infinite Sadness. Not sound-wise, but this is just that kind of record than a hardcore record. Get it? Then two I'm going to do at the same time. Vile Gash with Nightmare in a Damaged Brain, and then Dying Breed by Cadaver Dog. Two of UTATAG's best came out this year. I love these records, I love the artwork, I love UTATAG still. So yeah, these had to be included. And then I think we are at the 5 last. We can flip the record for these one. Last 5. Sorry, you have been with me for a long time, but you know, why not get into it with some style? Gouge Weight Burnt Sugar. I hope the camera holds out. This is the yeah, Burnt Sugar pressing. Really good, no core, whatever you want to call it. Very nice records. Let's say female front person, female vocalist, really cool people. Really good record. Stickstuff, Belgian or Dutch hip hop. I talked about it a lot on this video. He dropped Horik, one of the clips of the year, one of the covers of the year. Check this out if you're into hip hop, even if you don't, if you can't hear the language. Culture Abuse with Daydream. Talked a lot about this record this year. Call Me, track of the year, not metal. The Beats track of the year is for me, Beats, whatever, is the A$AP Rocky with FKA Twigs. I don't know what it's called. I have it here. Something with Sleep. Fuck Sleep. Oh, fuck, with 2 Ks. So yeah, Calm E, punk or not metal track of the year. I saw them live. I was enthusiastic to say the least. And then 2 records that could have easily taken a top spot, but I had to be chauvinistic. I showed this one on the December Vinyl Challenge. Yeah, Purity Renaissance, have it on tape, have it on vinyl, remastered by Demstervold. And then the absolute #1 for me this year is, I'm sorry, but it had to be done, Moenen of Xezbeth with Ancient Spells of Darkness. Out on Nuclear War now. I went back to this record and went back to this record when the 7-inch came out. I listened to it and went back to this record. So yeah, #1 spot. Last year it was Juvia with Enigma. This year, once again, I have all the tape versions, I have disc records, I have the shirts. So yeah, love it to death, and I hope 2019 will just be bigger for these guys. And for the channel, White Filth, we're doing the podcast next, the first installment. We're going to use the framework for left-hand choices and see where we go. Guys, thank you very much for staying with me through this and through the year. Thanks for the new subs, thanks for the people who comment and or get in touch, and especially thanks to the people who traded with Svartblad, with Hypertension. Guys, out of the bottom of my heart, thank you. See you next year. Bye.